today is radius, proportion, and percent. Radius, proportion, and percent. So this class belongs to mathematics F, level F. Okay. So sorry, my phone, my micro was was off. So I will divide my class in three subjects, three different sections. So the first one, using proportion to solve problems. How use proportion to solve problems? I will to use this strategy, cross products. I told you, cross products. This strategy, cross products, it is like, for example, we have 6 eighths equals 3 fourths. How you know? So cross product, just use this, multiply 6 times 4 and then like this, 8 times 3 and then like that. So 6 times 3, 6, yeah, use not 3, not times 3, times 4, times 4, and then is must to be equals 8 times 4. 8 times 3 is times 3. Times 3. 6 times 4 is 24, and then 8 times 3 is 24, right? So it equals, right here is 24, 24. This means that it's a proportion. Okay, this is a proportion. When two fractions are equals, this means it's as a proportion using a cross product. So, okay, now let's go multiply, solve one problem. Here, using a cross product, solve these problems. 20 15ths equals n 60, right? We have to know how much is n here. How much is n? So, again, so 15 times n must to equals 20 times 60. 20 times 60. All right. Now, 15, simplify. 20 times 60, 6 times 6 is 1,200. 1,200. So now this is a multiplication. Just divide n is equals 1,200 divided by 50. Divided by 50. All right. How much is n? 15. Just divided 1,200. Remember, this is level F. It's very simple, very low level. We have to explain it. Divided by 50. Here, take to here 120 divided by 15. How much is it? It's it is 8. Let's see, 8 times 5, 40, and then 4, 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4 is 12. So it's 80, right? So n is equals 80. N is equals 80. 80. So let's check. Let's check if this is right or not. So multiply 15 times 80. 15 times 80. 0. So 8 times 5. And then right here is 1,200. And then here is 1,200. So it is equal. So it is a proportion. Okay. So a proportion. So proportion, as a concept, proportion is an equation. It's an equation showing, showing that two, right? Second, two two radius is talking about our class. Two radius are equals. Okay. So this is the concept about proportion. So two radius, one radius is a fraction. It's a fraction. A radius is a fraction. All right. So this is very important idea or our class. So we have to now solve each proportion for x. So in mathematics level F, actually in the test coming problem like this one. 1/2 equals x10. So this is should be one problem. Next one, 1/3 equals let me do in the other way. We don't have enough space. Let's write it 1/2 equals x10. Then another one, 1/3 equals 3x, 3 or x. Then 2/3 equals x12. All right, using a cross product, we must solve this problem. Very simple. So this is like right here, and then like this one. So this for instance, 2x is equals 1 times 10, right? 2x is equals 10. X is equals 10 divided by 2. X is equals 5. Right? That's the solution for the first problem. So look at this. 1 times 10 is 10. 2 times 10, 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 5 is 10. So it is fine. This one, 1 times x equals 3 times 3. Cross product. So this is x equals 3 times 3 is 9. It is 9. Right? 1 times 9 is 9. 3 times 9 is 9. See? The other problem here is we have 3x equals 2 times 12. 2 times 12. So 3x equals 12 times 2 is 24. So x is equals 24 divided by 3. X is equals 8. See? 8. 3 times 8 is 24. 12 times 2 is 24. See? That's the solution to for our problems. So now let me write another question like the way that coming in your test and your math test. Let me show you in this section which for instance you will see this kind of question like this. Which pair of radius, which pair of radius forms for a proportion? Okay, question like this it will come in your test, and then you will see some answers, probably answers. First answer like A, just write it here, 2, 4 equals 4, 2. This is one possible answer. B, you will have here 2, 4 equals 3, 6. C, usually we have 4 answers, possible answer, 4 possible answer. 1/3 equals 3/1. And then D, 2/6 equals 6/12. 2/6, 6/12. All right. In your coming test, usually you will see this kind of question and then also this kind of answers. You must use your strategy. Don't be nervous. 2 of these are very close answers. And then 2 of these are very far away answers. It's 2 wrong, very wrong answer. Not okay. How you know? Remember, use cross product, but also when you see, for instance, let's check answer A. Use cross product. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So it's not right. Let's go here. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 3 is 9. So it's not the right answer. This is not the right answer. This is not the right answer. Look at this. 2 times 6 is 12. 4 times 3 is 12. See? We find the answer. So this is the right answer. This, of course, not the right answer. So from 4 possible answers, 1 is the right answer. Okay? So your problem in your test coming in this way. All right, let's go to the section number 3. Number 2. 2. Now I will talk about how writing present. Writing present of fraction and decimals. Of fractions, fraction, and decimals. Fraction and decimals. So here we have to write for instance some idea. What I mean percent. What I mean percent. This is a radio. It's a radio that compare a number to 100. That's a percent. This is the main concept, the main idea. A percent is a radio that compare a number to 100. Right? Okay. Let me show you some problems. Got it? Let's go now use the some examples. For instance, if we have 25%, 25%. This means this is equals 25% means 1/4 in the fraction. Remember the concept, esa fraction, like compare a number to 100. It's a fraction. 1/4, for instance, here is equals 0.25. Okay. So this is decimals and hundreds. Decimals and hundreds. Okay. Let me write another. 5%. Which fraction is equals 5%? 5%. I mean, let me go to make easier. 50%. 50%. So this is 1/4. 50%, it is 1/2. So this means that you will have here 1.5. 5 decimals. 5 is 50. Okay. Let's write 75%. So make easier. Make easier. 75% is equals 34. 34 is equals 0.75%. Writing percent of fraction and decimal. Okay. And some hard problem. This one is 33. Let's write 33. 33 1/3%. This is percent. So this is equals 1/3. Yeah, 1/3. So 1/3 is equals 0.3. When you write this dash on top, this means it's continue. It's continuous, going on. So more. 0.3 and 3. 3. You don't want to write a lot of 3, just write like that. Okay. Let me write here another one. Example here in this section, 66, for instance, 66 2/3. Look at this. It's a double. It's a double. It is a double percent. Then here, what is? It is a double here. What happened here? 2/3. 2/3 is equals 0.6 and so on. Continue. 6. All right. All right. Let's solve some problems in this section. Maybe you get confused here. It's a little complicated, but it's not. Let me write some questions here. Okay. So let's write the problem. Write each person a decimal. You don't have to solve it. Look at this. Also, this is very important when you are practicing the test or taking a test. Very important. Write the directions. Always follow direction in your problems. Sometimes people don't write. Be careful the direction and then go direct to solve the problem because the nerves. I need to solve my question. No, write the direction slow and then try to understand. So okay, I will to write some problems for you. Okay, first one, 20%. 20% of write each person as a decimal. 20% and then 36%. We have to write this as a decimal. Okay, and then right here, 36, and then 90%. All right, 90%, and then what else? I think three questions. Okay, this. Write each person as a decimal. So we have here 20%. So how write 20%? You must to write use the decimal point. So the decimal is right here, 20%. 36%. 36%. The decimal here, the point, 36 decimals, 36%. And how write 9%? 0.09%. Okay? See? So now, okay, got it here? Now, look at the question. Write each percent as a fraction. That's a decimal, so right is as a fraction. Yeah, as a fraction. Okay, as a fraction. Let me write 25. We have to write as a fraction. Is 25, and then let's write 60%. 3 problems. 50%. Or 50%. Okay. We have this, right, look at the direction now. Write each percent as a fraction. Write each percent as a fraction. Here. So, and then also simplify. Simplify, not only as a fraction. So we have a 25%. This means here we have 60%. Talking about percent. 15%. But we have to simplify this. This fraction is equal. Remember, write the simplest fraction. Here, this is equals to 1/4. 1/4. Remember before, 25 times 4 is 100. 100 times 1, because we are talking about proportion. This is a proportion. That means it is right. And the second one, this is equals 3/5. Why? 3 times 100 is 300. 60 times 5 is 300. 300, see? I am writing only the simplest fraction. Simplest fraction. Here is a 20, right? So divide by 5. Here, divided by these numbers by the same number. Right? Several ways to get that answer. Here, divide 15 by 5. 15 by 5 divided by 5 is equals to 100 divided by 5 is 20. Here, this is divided by the 20, right? 60 divided by 20 is 3. 100 divided by 20 is 5. Here, 25 and 100 divided by both, but the same number here. 25 divided by 25 is 1. 100 divided by 25 is 4. Is so a different way to see. So look at this. I will to write a question like the way that it's coming in your test. In the test, when you see the test, you will see question like this. What, for instance, what decimal is equal to, let's write 1.7%. Exactly, that's a question. All right, 1.7%, and then you will see answer A, B, C, and D. Possible answer. A is equal 0.0170, and B you will see 0.70. C 1.7, and D 70.0. So you have here in this question, look at this. In the mathematics test, usually come this kind of question. What decimal is equal to 1.7%? Then you see 4 different possible answers. Two of them are very close to the answer, and 2 of them is very far away. I mean, completely wrong. So remember, this and this. Look at this. 1.7%. So 7 right here. Here is 0.017. It's in hundred and thousand. It is not. This is not. So completely wrong. This one, 17. 0%. Completely wrong. So the possible answer, I told you, 2 are very close and 2 are very far away. Far away. I mean, completely wrong. Not okay. So these 2 are very close answer. But here is 0.1700. 1700. Here is 1.7. So this is the right answer. Okay. See? So use your induction. Use your induction. Right? So problems like this is coming in your test. All right. Let me show you another section here about this topic. Okay, the next topic in this section is finding. How finding is three. Finding a percent of a number. Finding a percent of a number. Okay, so I will solve some problems here. 15%, for instance, of 25. Okay, 30% of 100. See? Check at this. Finding the percent of a number. 5% of which number? Of, for instance, of 90. 30%, 100, we have it here. And then 45% of 12. How do you know this? Okay, 50% of 25. 50% of 25. It is we have to multiply this. We multiply is suppose how explain it? We have to write a decimal in this number. When you multiply, I mean, I don't will write anything right here, but you have right here 25 times 0.50. That's the way to get this answer. 5 times 5, 25. And then 12. And then 5, 2, and then that's it, it's 0. 5, 7, and then 3. So we have to use 2 spaces for the decimal. So the decimal, you must write right here. So 15% of 25, it is 3.75. 3.75, right? See how? So let's go to the next one. I think it's going to be easier for you. So the next one, how get the percent? Just write 100 times 30%, 0.30%. So just write the 3, and then add 1 0. Okay. So just write it 2 spaces. 30% of 100 is 30. Is 30. Let's go with the next one. 5% of 90. 90 times 0.5. 5%. How to write 5%? Just write it 0.5. 5%. Okay. Just 0.45. And then it's 0. So we have to take two spaces for the decimal. 450. 450. So 6 is 4.5. Right? Or 450. It is the same. Next one. This one is 12 times 0.45. See? The last one. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 1 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. That's it. 0, 14, and 5. So use two decimals. So it is 4, 5 here of 12 is 5.4. See? That's the way to get this answer. Finding a percent of a number. This is the way to find the percent of the number, right? So very easy. So let's write some exercise, practice some exercise, some problems for practice. Okay. Find each percent. Find. It's a like exercise. We have 1% of 123. Okay. And then 10% of 76. So problem like this is coming in your test. That's why I'm writing in the way that probably coming in your mathematics test. 100% of 76. 76. 10% of 76, and then 100% of 224. 224. 50%. 50% of let's try 50% of 61. And then 1% of, let's write 65. And then 10%. Okay, so you must to do the operation that I showed you before. So multiply 120 by 0.01. So the answer here is very simple. Here is 1.25. Okay, the answer. How we must make operation? But 10% of 76. 10% of 76. You multiply 0.10 by 76. Here is very easy. 7.6 or 60, whatever. Oh, wait, let me multiply this. 76 times 0.10. That's why. Use a decimal here. So 76 plus 0, so it's right here. Okay. What about this? 224. It's a double. 124. I mean, it's the same number. 224. It is 224. That's 100%. 50% of 61 is very easy. 61. 50% of 61 is 30.5. See? 1% of 65. 1% of 65 is 0.65. right? So the last one is for you. Solve it. It is it's easy for you. Okay. So now let me in how problems come in the mathematics text exam mathematics text. So in this exercise we have to math. So math each statement, math each statement with a reasonably uh, estimated estimated. So it's so not as exactly. It's so. So the test you will see the problem like this: 8 78% of 220 250. And then also you will have 148% of 250. And then 97 let's write 47% of 70%, no 100%. Sorry, I don't know which I'm talking about. 47% of 250. Okay, this is the same, and then the same number, and then 9% of 250. Also 98% of 250, and then that's enough. 5 questions. Let's then you will have answer like this. A, for instance, the first one you will have 75%. All answer will be here. Just you need to match. B is 250. C, let's say 25. D is 2.5. And then E, 125. So, all right. So we have to match this answer. In this class, the mathematics level F, usually you see problems like this, okay? In this way, question like that. You don't have to memorize everything or solve all problems one by one, no. So here, for instance, 7, 8 match of 250. What is the answer there? When you are not sure, let's go and then find the 148%. Second one, 148% of 200. 148. 47. All that are very difficult, but you have to do it. Multiply this, just use a decimal right here, 1.48 times 250. Times 1.48 times 250. You multiply this, you will see this answer here. 8. Right? That's estimated. That's not exactly so. We have to estimate it. Estimate it. Look, this the word. I told you we have to follow direction always. The 47. This match with E, right? 40% of 47% of 250. So, not exactly. 90% of 250. 90% of 250. Did you see? 98% of 250, 90, or almost is 100. Almost is 100. See? 2 points and then it's 100. What is the answer here? It is, so. Not exactly. Almost is 100. Is this one? Is B? And of course, this one with missing there, is missing is D. So that's the right answer. Okay. So a question like this in your test on mathematics, mathematics level F coming. So let me show you another kind of problems that usually this class is for prepare student for the test, mathematics test. All classes practice for your test. Mathematics level F, level X, like sixth grade, sixth grade. So look at this question. What is a reasonable estimated for rationally estimated for 112% of 64. Look, you will have this question, and then you will see, of course, 4 answers. So 4 possible answers. Answer A is 0.7. Answer B, it is, for instance, 7. Answer C, you will have 70. And then 700. All right. You have 4 possible answers. I told you. 2 of them are completely wrong. And then 2 of them are very close answers. I mean, you select between 2, right? 112% of 64 is another 64, more than 64, right? This means more than 64 numbers. So this is completely wrong. This one, completely wrong. And also, this one, it's not possible, right? So the answer is between these, B or C. So look at 100% of these numbers, 64 is 64. 100% is 64, but it's 112%. 112%. It is 70, right? So this is the right answer. It's a little bit more at 64, a little bit more, right? Okay, that's the way you need to analyze this kind of problem. Let's see another one. Let me show you another one. If 1%, for instance, if 1% of the cost is a problem here of an automobile or car. Automobile is $261. What is, look at this, the question, 10% of the cost the cost of the same automobile. That's a problem. And then you will have answer like this: A, B, C, D. So answer A, it is $26. Answer B is $261. And then answer C, it is 2.6 $10. $610. And then 20,000 $26,210. All right. All answers are there. But look at the cost of the car. Look at the number. It's 261. The cost. You must to see this number to analyze your answer. You have 4 possible answers. I told you 2 is completely wrong. Look at the number. You're talking about the 110%. It's a little. 110% is a little of the cost of the same automobile. Okay. So this one is far away, completely wrong, right? Also, 2 point, this is not decimal, you don't have decimals here. This is completely wrong. So the answer is between these 2 problems right here. Answer A or B. So what do you think it is the right answer? 110%. So it is A, of course, because this one, 261, is 100%. It is 100%. We're talking about 110%. It's 26. This is the right answer. So in the mathematics 6 level F, you will see problem like this. Okay. Of course, our class belongs to, we talk about the radius, proportion, and percent. Radius, proportion, and percent. So that's it for today. Hopefully this little strategies become helpful to problems in the mathematics class, of course, for 6th grade level F. So thank you so much. Thank you. I will see you next time. Thank you.